Welcome to Van Tate's Sports Office, an in-depth look at the world of sports, featuring exclusive interviews with our KRQE News Sports Director, Van Tate, sponsored by Caesars Sportsbook at Route 66 Casino.
Welcome to the Sports Office, and we're talking about basketball. Not even practice, just basketball. we got former NBA veteran and former Lobos star Kenny Thomas here. And Kenny, you're always got something going on, man. Just busy, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm blessed, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's a grind. It's life after basketball. Transitioning from the court to the boardroom is one of my main titles.
Right.
It's been a great adjustment, being able to go from something that I love, that I played since I was a little boy. And I played every sport, track and field, shot put, and discus. I wasn't a runner.
All right.
And then obviously basketball, baseball, football. I played everything. And then being able to have a opportunity to transition since 2010, getting away from basketball, it's been interesting. It wasn't easy, but it's a grind. That's why I started out by saying it's just like a grind, like playing basketball. Yeah. It's a grind.
Well, you said something key there. It wasn't easy. What was that like, man? Like you're used to like getting some shots up in the gym, and then doing the game later, maybe going to mingle and hang out and stuff like that. But you had to change. All of that left. There's no more fun and games. This is just business now. It's serious. You got to. What was the hardest part of that transition?
I wish I would have incorporated business when I was still playing and developed relationships with companies. And more with individuals. As you know, you've seen me grow up. I was a quiet kid. And then coming out of my shell, being able to adapt and adjust, it's been great. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. So if you know what I mean? So if I'm not willing to go out there and do what I got to do to create these relationships now, then what's the point? It's been a great transition, and it's been different because everybody sees me as a ball player, and the ball player part helps me get doors open.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of me trying to help strive to create programming or whatever it may be to partner up with those entities and trying to develop relationships from a personal perspective to where they can get to kind of know me. Yeah. Because everybody has their opinion on athletes, and it's one of the things that's just there. But
is that exhausting sometimes?
It is, but I don't really care anymore, man. I used to care more of like what people thought to a certain extent, but I really don't care. I'm 47 years old, just turned 47.
Man, you're old, Kenny?
Man, I'm 3 years from 50. I remember when I was a little baby fat, baby boy, whatever you want to call me, being called Shaq the Whack, how fat I was, and being able to become a man and grow out of that. And I'm just having fun now. Whatever I do, I feel like it has to go with my brand, which is my identity, which is something that I have to believe in and feel like that I can push, and I have to like. I have to like it and enjoy it. So,
I want to talk to you more about that transition in a few minutes, but I also want to ask you about just NBA basketball. Like, what was that lifestyle like, man?
It was a grind. I mean, I'll totally get into like how,
because everybody thinks about the money. You know what I mean? They don't think about all the work that comes with it.
Obviously, the money, that's there, but you gotta. I had to work hard in college to get drafted 22nd by the Rockets. It just didn't come. People think like, oh, it was one of those things that he could just do. Yeah, to a certain extent, but I had to get better, and I had to be able to develop my game. I remember when I was in college, only thing I had was a right-hand jump hook, right? So if you notice, the last couple of years in college, I developed the left hand. I was in there shooting left-hand hooks, getting better, putting the ball on the floor like I was going to be a three-man in college because I played the five in college. I never played my actual position, which is probably like the power forward, small forward to a certain extent because I could shoot the ball. But The adjustment, man, the NBA life, it's a grind. It's going from one city to the next. I just had a conversation with somebody about. They asked me the same thing. I was up actually in Penasco, for the Boys and Girls Club, talking to those kids up there at the middle school, and somebody asked me how was the grind. Actually, asked me this question how you just asked me, and people don't understand, like. For example, we could be on the East Coast, and I'm playing for the Sacramento Kings, and we go on the East Coast trip, and we're playing in Boston that night, and then we hop on a plane, and we might go to Milwaukee the next night and get in like at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and try and unwind and wake up and go do it again. And it's a grind, especially if you're playing minutes. If you're playing majority of 48 minutes, which I did for, I would say, more than half of my career of 11 years, because I didn't play my last 3 years. But it's a grind. It's a grind.
How did you get used to that? Because was it one of those things like I got to put, your mentality always helps you in sports and stuff like that. Did you have to say like, okay, I'll get this done, like compartmentalize everything? You
have to get your rest. Obviously, I had fun too as well. Yeah, come on, man. I was in the NBA, man. 22 years old.
Wonder what he's talking about.
No details. 22 years old, man, making $600,000 my first year. I never seen that kind of money before. Now these kids are making $600,000 NIL college money, right? At a minimum, you know what I mean?
Is that nuts to you?
It's insane, but I'm happy for them. It had to happen at some point. And these kids deserve it because they might not get another chance to be able to play again, right? But back to your original question, the grind, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that what that was as far as what people think the NBA is? It's fun, but when you really think about it, it comes down to numbers. You got to have the numbers. You got to have the points, you got to have the rebounds, you got to have the assists, how efficient are you on the court when you actually play? Those numbers count. That's how I was able to get my big contract for 7 years. But it's one of those things to where people ask me if I still play basketball. I'm like, no. I put on basketball tournaments for kids now, but
So you can't, like, if somebody's talking trash to you, say, I got you, old man. You can't go out there and just drop them, man.
You want to stand and shoot? Let's stand and shoot. I'm not running. I'm not running. I'm not sprinting. I'm not playing no defense. You want to play some horse or whatever it is? We can spell out whatever word you want. KRQE News 13. We can spell it all out, whatever you want. But the shooting and the touch never goes away.
Yeah.
And no,
well,
outside
rebounds,
of that,
you looking at the rebound like that? Huh?
What you mean? That's a TV rebound, man. No. Because if you think about it, I'm 47. I'm not doing all the things that I was doing to prepare and stay in game ready or whatever it may be shape. I'm not doing that. Mm-hmm. I'd rather go out and play some golf, walk, and then I don't have a chance of slipping and popping anything, and then I got to go through rehab.
Yeah.
And then rehab comes with me being 47 and above and can't go work out like I do now at the gym. And then I get fat. And then that's not happening.
It's just a snowball,
and
man.
then I won't be, and then I won't be here doing this show because I'm a fat boy. Oh, you know what I mean?
You're funny, kid.
The conversation is just getting started. We have more on the other side.
You spent some time in Philly. I forgot, man. You and Allen Iverson, man. You guys still talking?
Yeah, I actually, I went to the Boys and Girls Club of America National Conference the second quarter of this year. I actually talked to him there. He actually answered the phone, but I text him sometimes, and he actually responds back. Remember, he came here to Albuquerque for me back when I played for the Sixers. He came from my basketball camp at Rio Grande High School, and it was the biggest camp I ever had. It was like 450 kids. He was 3 to 4 hours late on the Reebok jet, but he came. But before that, I was probably around 250 to 300 kids for my camp. Because my camps I did because I had it for like 8 years.
Yeah, I remember your camps, man.
Yeah. Basketball tournaments now,
So talk about that. You got when is the next one, and how do people get involved?
Memorial Day weekend, That's my biggest one. We had like 240 teams last year.
Where's that going to be at?
We had 20 to 25 gyms last year.
Oh, so there's multiple locations.
It's multiple gyms all over. Valencia County, Los Lunas, Belen. Yeah.
Wow.
And we had about 10 different states.
You know, in addition to being busy with that, I know that you were coaching the Enchantment.
Oh, yeah.
And so, with that said,
man,
how much do you want to take that coaching thing? Like if something happened and if they came, like even if it was here and they said, Kenny, what are you doing? You got some time. You gonna listen?
You're asking me?
Yeah, how far do you want to take coaching?
It depends. I mean, this is UNM, man. UNM could ask me to do pretty much whatever. I would figure it out, but they don't.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. So because I was wondering, I always wondered, like when you get used to, because you have to love the game to coach after, because you're comfortable. I mean, you don't need it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're doing that more out of the passion or the love for the game. So you would still coach if you get that opportunity.
Oh yeah, I mean, coaching to the TBT, it's been fun, and I'm looking at doing it this year. Hopefully, Royce Only is going to coach with me because Royce is coaching in Colorado at a high school.
Royce was a tough dude, man.
Yeah, so
that dude brought he brought the 6-shooter to
he
the
scared
game,
me.
man.
He scared me. Between him and Royce, I didn't F with them, just to let you know.
Man, Royce is like that's what that's the one thing about those teams that you guys were on, man.
Yeah.
You guys were handling your business, man. You all put hands on people, man.
Between Royce at the perimeter position and Clayton at the 3, 4, 5 position, we were good. I didn't have to do anything. I was a teddy bear. I was a pudgy teddy bear.
No, you were killing it, man.
No, I mean, we had some dudes, man.
Did you all realize at the time how good that team was? I mean,
no, at the time, no.
Because I've been on some good teams, as far as baseball and football, and I remember being on a baseball team in particular where I didn't realize how good that team was until looking back in the past and stuff that we did. We would literally sit there and say, "Hey, you guys want 10 row and rule them so we can go home early," and we do it. You think about stuff like that, you think, man, we were that good?
Oh yeah.
I guess that's what I'm asking you. Did you guys realize what you all had when you had it?
I think we did know what we had, but we don't know what we don't know what we had like we do now.
Yeah, because the years passed by, and then now you can look back and say, we did that.
And then it's true, as you get older, you get a little wiser. That's what I'm saying. Is it true? I really was 73-3 in the pit. Yeah. That doesn't seem real.
That's
to me.
Crazy, man.
That's seem
a crazy
real to me.
number.
And we were just winning games and going out there hooping and beating each other up in the summer to get ready for the season. Yeah. At Johnson, that's like a whole new stadium now over there on the campus, which is once again is good for these kids because they deserve it. Yeah. I feel like there's more that should be done for athletics in the state of New Mexico that's not being done. So hopefully I can help with that. However I can.
Yeah.
But man, we had some good times. Being able to play in the pit. Remember 18,000 people every game?
Yeah, man. It was
18.
If you didn't get your ticket, man, you out of luck.
Legit 18.
Legit 18. Where they got the shoehorn and they get one more person in there.
Remember when they created dots for standing room around the pit?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
because they went through the fire department, I think, and they created dots and all that.
Isn't that crazy, man?
Yeah.
You couldn't even get enough people in there. Man, it was booming. That was booming, and then in the 2000s, football was booming here when Rocky Long was here. Man, I just remember them maxing out the football stadium. So people will come. You got to give them something to look at.
Exactly. Now that's what just happened the other night against State. They came. And look, I had to do my radio show after that game. You know how bad that was?
Man,
I was so mad, but I had to be
just ready to
upbeat.
go home, huh?
Oh, it was so bad. But I was on for like an hour and a half because people were calling in. Nice thing about my radio show, I can stay on as long as I want.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I can go as long as I want. No 30, no 40, no hour.
You gonna do a marathon, man? We go a couple
They-
days and be like, man, what's wrong with him? We can't get him off.
Snoop Dogg called me K Tizzle. They got K Tizzle. K Tizzle does what he wants.
Is that what Snoop Dogg calls you?
Yeah, a long
What
time
is it
ago.
like hanging out with him, man?
No, I'll tell you a story, right? So I think it was a year or two after me being done. I was down in Santa Monica. I was shopping. You know Santa Monica with all the shopping, right?
Yeah.
So I went into Tilly's. They saw me. The people in there, the employees, they were working. They recognized me. I took pictures, all that. Next thing you know, they're like, hey, Snoop Dogg's coming to do an appearance. I was like, what? And then they were like, come back. I was like, yeah. So I went down, came back. There was a big line out there. Obviously, they let me skip the line. So then I went in, and I'm walking up the ramp. You know those little, the little wheelchair ramps, the little mini ones, walking up there?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, somebody's like, what's up, K Tizzle? And I turn, and I'm like, I don't see nobody. And he coming around the corner. I'm like, oh, man, that's Snoop.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
Man, I've been around a lot of celebrities, and I've had fun, man.
Does that ever freak you out? Like, I was just telling somebody recently about, matter of fact, I was talking on this show about Mickey Rourke and Johnny Tapia meeting, and both of them were like, hey, you know.
Yeah, man. Speaking of Johnny, me and Teresa Tapia have partnered up. We're doing some combat sports down at the convention center. So we're putting on fights.
Man,
yeah.
you just like, you know how peanut butter grows on bread, man? That's like you, man. Like,
man,
you just everywhere,
like
man.
I'm gonna start using that one. I can't believe I'm gonna take that one from you. But hey, man, I got different revenue streams because all of them ain't go hit. And some there's consistent ones, and then there's ones in the planning.
You just staying active.
And then I just stay active, and I might be coming out with the whiskey next.
Much more conversation coming your way on the other side.
We'll get back to the episode in a moment. Monica Wicki here, host of New Mexico Living. I wanted to let you know that this episode is sponsored by Route 66 Casino and Caesars Sportsbook. If you love sports and like having a little action on the game, Caesars Sportsbook is your go-to destination. For rewards and more info, go to Route66Casino.com. Now back to the episode.
I'm one of those dudes when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it unless it's like unforeseen circumstances. Yeah. But that can happen to anybody outside of that. I'm true to me, man. If you don't like me, I'm sorry. Hopefully you'll get over it. But if you do, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah.
You know how Jake Paul goes out and he fights these guys.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for a basketball game. You know, like.
What do you mean, me coaching?
No. You're playing.
No.
You're playing against you and Iverson and some of the more old NBA guys are playing against some of the young guys. You know, but you pick the young guys who maybe got cut or on the waiver wire, you can beat them.
You go put some pads back on and go play football.
No, man.
And do the same thing.
Hey, man, I'll be injured 2 seconds.
See, exactly.
Boom. They'll be like, he's done already.
I don't got nothing to prove.
I couldn't even probably run with the gear on, man.
People
ask
all
me, creaky and, you know.
I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to prove when it comes to basketball. If somebody's trying to get me to prove something with basketball, then...
Okay, another idea. When are we going to see Kenny Thomas, the actor? You know, Netflix is here, and all these different things are here.
I got some movie. Hey.
Oh, there we go. We hit it.
I own a script to a movie.
Oh.
I've had it for a while.
You got to cast me, man.
And I might have a reality show coming pretty soon.
That would be, man.
I don't know.
I would love to see you at a reality show.
Yeah,
man.
But it's gonna be a business. It's not gonna be my life, my personal life. It's like a business aspect.
Even if it's business, it's gonna be fun.
Let's see. What I do right now is what I would do anywhere else. So, which is be funny and have fun while I make money.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Even in the boardroom, I know we begin some laughs.
But back to this coaching thing.
That's what you want to do.
No, not necessarily. I don't know.
At some point, you're going to have to, your life is going to tell you to pick and choose.
See, if it came a time to where I have all my stuff going, my businesses and different things running like they're supposed to be, not that all of them are not, I would entertain it. And the only place I would entertain coaching is here at New Mexico. There's nowhere, there is nowhere else.
Yeah.
There is no Kenny going to coach at UNM and then leaving.
Yeah,
Either I'm coaching there or I'm done, or it's nothing, or I'm not coaching. You probably don't know this, but I coached at a junior college in Sacramento.
I do remember that.
At American River Junior College for like 2 years.
that,
I was an assistant coach.
How did you like that, man?
It was cool. It was a great experience. I didn't really have that much going on back then. It was before COVID. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you got to be patient.
Patient, yeah. Because you see me at them Lobo, you see me at the Lobo games. People see me right now. I'm not very patient, but they're young. But we'll see what happens.
And that's always fun, how to impart into some young guy, and and you watch him absorb it, and he's picking it up.
What do you mean?
Like if you're teaching the game, and somebody's taking it in, what you're teaching them, just to watch that thing blossom.
Yeah, but at the junior college, I didn't really have that. That's junior college, you know what I mean? Like, that's different. But if I had some D1, that's different. If I had some D1 dude, man,
that's it.
Man, if I had Nelly,
oh man,
just give me a little bit of time with Nelly.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
I just want him to dunk the ball. On the basket.
You want him to dunk.
I want him to dunk the ball.
Yeah.
I was 6'7".
Man, you dunked all the time, man.
I did it. And he's way taller than me.
Well, on that note, man, we're going to check out, man. Coach KT.
Nah, we'll see. But I am coaching the TBT again this year in July. But, yeah, Kenny Thomas NBA, follow me. I got so much more to come, and, yeah.
He's Kenny Thomas. I'm Van Tate. Fernando Perez behind the controls. We'll see you next time.